All right, let's get this thing rolling. This is ridiculous.
All right, welcome team to the All Game Podcast. Today we're going to celebrate Father's Day. Mike B. And what we're trying to do is make it to where Erica and probably Kiera become irrelevant. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. Just I'm here in Florida with my son, so it's a good time.
That's how you're supposed to spend Father's Day with the little ones,
taking care of some business at the same time.
Good, Griff.
Dude, first of all, he's not a little one at all by any stretch of the imagination. So now I'm going to tell this story, Q. Do you remember, man? So Bond wasn't even born yet. We went to, we were leaving 112. So I bought you your first Father's Day card at about 3 o'clock in the morning out of the grocery store that we went in that day. And I was like, dude, you are you the first one in the group. And I'd had a few, so I decided to go get you a Father's Day card. It's ridiculous. Time has flown. But I'm good, Mike. I'm excited for our guest tonight.
Wow. Hey, you talking about bringing some guests on that's going to shake it up a little bit. Mr. Scooter Bailey, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? Scooter. I've been knowing these guys forever. New to Aaron, just meeting Aaron, but I'm happy to be here and talking with my guys, which are some great fathers, though. I will admit that. You
were a big hit on our live broadcast the other day, so you were the first name the ladies brought up. Said, hey, what about this Scooter guy? And can we get him on there to be a guest on the show? So it was interesting.
She could pronounce my handle. It's my DJ Witt.
Whatever that means. It means
the family. My daughter and my son. It's a family. BJ is my son and Witt is my daughter. So that's my Instagram.
We've known you for a long time, so that could have been anything. The hitman, Pittman in the house. Aaron, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? I'm one of the quiet ones of the group.
Oh, here we go. Here we go with the foolishness.
So, Griff, we've met before, haven't we?
We probably have, over cocktails. Long time ago, probably.
I think you had hair the last time I saw you.
But that's cool. I'm comfortable with
that.
No,
me too, though. Hold on.
I'm comfortable with who I am at this moment in life.
Yes, I've known Mike and Q over 20 years now. We've been around each other through the blood, sweat, and tears all the way across the board. Scooter, I'm new to you. You know what I'm saying? Pleased to meet your acquaintance, King. And
yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to have this Father's Day discussion with y'all.
You're in the ATL right now.
I'm in the A.
Scooter, you down in the bottom?
Yeah, I'm in the bottom. I'm in the bottom, baby. Down low. South Florida, Miami area.
It's Father's Day. So, just to give a little representation, I got 3 kids, making me happy. I got 2 boys and a girl. Had a situation, daughter got a new boyfriend. It's this stressful stress. Everything and anything right now. And I keep on looking at that boy every time I see him and kind of threatening him a little bit. Just a little bit. I saw him today because I dropped her off at the pool and shook his hand a little tighter than usual because she's getting a little bit too comfortable right now.
Hey Mike, you remember at Q's party that I was DJ, or the little boy was DJ, and McKenna was a little girl, and she started breaking it down. And I said, Mike, I shook my head. Mike said, my only job is to keep her off the pole, dog.
I enjoy being a girl dad, but a girl thing is an issue. Q, your kids are doing good things, right?
Oh yeah, shit. Mine's one of them sitting right here, eating and playing damn Warzone.
Yeah,
it must don't cost $20.
Nah, he down here. He working with me, so
that's what's up.
He can take care. He can take care of his own stuff.
Now, Mike, because I got 7 kids, I don't have to talk about all of them, right?
No, we ain't got that much time.
Right, I was saying I don't think we got that much time, so we'll make it befitting of the topic, and then I'll interject which kid it applies to. Okay, all right.
Boys and girls, you ain't gotta say the names. I don't want to put you in jeopardy of anything.
What about grandkids? I got grandkids too, man. So I'm a granddad.
I do too.
Good Lord.
Congratulations. You're a granddad too, Quentin?
Grandkids, yeah. I know you have one.
Skylar's got one. Sydney's got two. Rashad has one. So I'm a grandpapa of 4, man.
That's good stuff.
What do they call you?
I haven't met him yet. That's another topic. You know what I'm saying? Children are estranged. Most of them.
You done made the whole show go down.
What just happened here?
I'm trying to add content. Y'all look like y'all don't know whether to give me a hug or
No, you need a hug for real.
Hey, the first question was, and Aaron, I promise you, this had nothing to do with but it was like, what is rewarding about being a father right now?
knowing they're still alive. I'm done with the conversation.
What is rewarding about being a father?
I did raise some of my kids though. I can talk about it from up until like 14. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
where's the edit button? Where's the edit button?
what are you doing?
Hey, this is real father shit, man. Every father ain't like you, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a father. I hope you know that's not a father. You a boyfriend.
Come on, man. You know my kids was with me all the time until they were about 14.
Did you go to jail?
No, I didn't go to jail. Listen, I had a bad experience.
No kidding. It was more than just one bad experience.
Right.
Mike and Q was there during the whole time. Man, y'all know I had baby mama drama. I had baby mama drama for a long time. I was in court probably about 20 years.
Mike,
You know the wrong father? Did he pick the wrong father?
Did you not bet the guest before you had him come on?
No, I think I was just a fill-in. Look, I think I was just a fill-in, man.
Mike, you got my stomach hurting.
The show should be a topic, bro.
I do know about fatherhood. My 31-year-old, okay, I tell you what, my 31-year-old, my oldest girl and my son, I was in their lives until they were grown. So I can talk about them too. I told you it depends on the subject. I can, when he invited me, y'all, I was like, you sure you want to invite me?
What you do? Steal some candy from him?
Scooter, help us out, Scooter, please.
Hey, Aaron, if this was baseball, you'd be batting 2 out of 7, which is a good batting average.
Right. Hey, it ain't 0. All right.
Man, I was gonna say, Shooty, he got a basketball team, but shoot, they in the stands. They ain't
Can't get him under contract, Q.
Stop, man. Y'all got me dying.
Hey, Mike, I didn't come here for this shit, man. I was just trying to talk about fatherhood. I came to talk about my experience. Nigga, everybody.
You could have lied and said you had no kids.
Hold on. That's why he in the position he in.
Hey,
damn lying.
You authentic. You authentic. You gonna give people
Them
something.
videos, hey, them old videos in resurface. He talking about I ain't got no.
Hey, at least I'm being real. And when you know what, if I die tomorrow, they gonna see this shit and they gonna be like, you know what, Daddy kept it real to the end.
That ain't what they gonna say. Just so
They gonna be
we
like,
clear.
hey, Griff, they gonna be like, did the nigga have a will?
People that we found all the paperwork yet.
Oh my God.
Hey, Scooter, you got 2 kids?
Yes, I have a boy and a girl, man. I'm very proud of my kids too, man. 23 and 24 respectively. My daughter just got it in pharmacy last week. She's a future pharmacist. She graduated from FAMU.
Congratulations.
So she just got a job with Walgreens and she's gainfully employed. And my son, he works for TSA. He's a TSA agent in Fort Lauderdale. Both of them are doing good, man. I'm really, really happy, man. Happy seeing them progress right before my very eyes and mature. It's really, really good, man.
Ooh. You ain't gonna give us nothing to laugh at like our last guest?
No, I'm just keeping it real. I'm happy out of Chicago, man. So they can prosper with a little, without worrying about looking behind their shoulder and back every 3 seconds. I worry about all the young kids in the city.
especially having a young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they the target. They are definitely the target, man. So,
And what the craziest thing that's happened, there was court where they had 3 kids, 115, 214, that went on a bus to kill a kid on the bus, but got charged for attempted murder.
Yep.
I mean, you talking about 14 and 15-year-olds.
well, Mike, the 6-year-old shot the teacher in Virginia. A 6-year-old pulled out a gun and shot the teacher in the chest.
Did she die?
About 2 months ago. No, this happened in Virginia. So,
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So, fatherhood starts at the inception, and if you can get them to 14, ain't nothing wrong with that, Aaron.
Absolutely.
You know,
I cut the umbilical cord. If that is any
well,
concept.
Griff, you got 2, Houston and Howard. But let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you this: like the first thought, what's the feeling you had when you first heard that you were going to be a father? You know, how did that come?
Ooh, I was obviously excited.
Yeah,
scared to death. Like, how's this gonna work out? And the unknown. I think that's parenthood, though, right? There's no handbook. Everybody's different, and it's a learning process. But I've enjoyed the process. It's been fun. Shoot, my oldest Howard is working with me at the network, which is a little crazy because he thinks we're co-workers, and I guess actually we are. So I walked him down to human resources and said, "Now listen, we don't get paid the same. So we got the same name, but let's make sure he doesn't get my check, because it's a big difference. So don't be sending his check, my check to him instead." And then the youngest, Houston, just finished up in he's been finished, but finished his playing career up at Notre Dame. So he's weighing his coaching options right now. So I think we'll have something locked down by the end of the month. So it's been good. I'm trying to get them off scholarship, Mike. They're not on scholarship. They still on scholarship. They both under my roof right now. But that's okay too.
Yeah.
2 excellent kids.
Yeah. I saw Lil Howard the other day, and again, like his dad, he's staying in the gym. Scooter, arms busting out the t-shirt. Then he left. I think he just go do photo shoots. You got to follow the dude on social media.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He do photo shoots.
And then he uses our dog too. Thirst trap pictures.
What do you call it, Howard?
Thirst trap pictures. The ones you take in the bathroom with your shirt off and all that stuff. And then he walking down the street with the dog after she's been groomed. Just attracting all kinds of people around. And I don't understand it.
Howard, you talking about the pictures Quentin used to do back in the day, huh?
I'm not getting involved in that one.
You talk about influences, and like all of us had male figures in our lives, besides our father. And like when my father passing early, my kids never met him. And then my mother's father passed early, so McCoy didn't really have a relationship. So they never. So their uncles are sparse because I don't have no other brothers except for the guys I played ball with. And I realized yesterday the really only male figure, because none of them are in sports. McCoy is playing volleyball, but his volleyball coach is a woman. But the male figures in their lives, the only male figure really in their life right now is me. And you're talking about the pressure that you feel as a dad sometimes, and how important it is, and having them follow your footsteps. And Aaron, you talk about the 7 children that you have, and sometimes being in their life and out of their life. Do you feel, and this, I'm not going to hit you hard, but do you feel any guilt of any time not having an opportunity to be around that you didn't have a chance to be around?
I think my biggest regret was choosing how I got my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because to be quite honest, all jokes aside, I feel like I'm an amazing father. I feel like because my father wasn't in my life, he passed away when I was very young. I had no guidance. I grew up in Kankakee, Scooter. I was born and raised in Kankakee, so I spent a lot of time in the city. And so for, like I said, my daughter Keisha, I was in her life all her life, and she started reminding me of all the things that she learned from me and how I, taught her how to keep her nails up and be a girl, because I had 7 sisters. So the things that I shared with my daughters, have taken them into adulthood, because my baby right now is 22. And my oldest is 35. You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
I guess I would say my biggest regret is having my kids spread out over a few mothers. That's my biggest regret, you know.
I'm gonna run this to Q real quick because I think Q, and I've seen Q around his kids, and his daughter just graduated from the University of Georgia. But I think Q's a great father. I don't think you have to be married to be a great father. I don't think you have to have two parents in the household to be a great father. You're an example. If you could give some insight on your fatherhood experiences and what you have done.
So let me say this. So my old man was around, but he wasn't around. I mean, he probably couldn't tell you what my favorite color was. Nothing like that. My old man, y'all knew what I grew up to be like on the field. He never came to see me play. Right? So by the time I got to the point where I'm having kids, of course it's terrifying, but at the end of the day, I just said, man, I'm just gonna do what I think somebody should have did for me. That's all I'm gonna do. Hey man, come here. But I just said, hey man, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I think somebody should do for me. And if I can do that, then guess what? It's gonna be all right. Cause I know what I should expect it. Say what's up. What's good? Hey, this is my oldest. This is Vaughn.
But Q, you know what's interesting? Q, what's interesting though, right? Is that when we talk about you it's about being present.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to being present. It doesn't matter what the status is with mom and dad. It's about being present and making sure that all the other stuff that you may be going through with mom and that mom and dad might be going through, it's about the children. And I think a lot of times what happens, it happens all the time, is that there's so much stress and division and angst with the parents that it filters down to the kids. And the parents have to ultimately realize it ain't about you. When you have a son or a daughter, it is no longer about you.
Right.
It ain't about your happiness. It ain't about where you can go. The focus has to be shifted to the children to make sure that they get everything that they need.
And for me, Griff, watching them grow was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. That's all I was. That was my stamp right there. For anybody that knew me, it was like, okay, I can do this and I can do it well. Shoot, but when Vaughn turned 21, I was like, hey man, what you want to do? Where you want to go? He was like, what you mean? I'm like, man, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, let's go. Shit. And we rocked it.
Q, I will say you was a gangster pushing a stroller around in Atlanta. It was funny.
Absolutely.
And that was the truth.
And then it's so funny because like I wouldn't hang out with him nothing until he turned 21. And then so funny because when Asia started going to Georgia, she went to Georgia State for 1 year, and she would be in Atlanta, and she'd be like, "Oh, where y'all at?" And we might go to dinner or something, and she'd be like, "Oh, well, I guess I gotta go home because I'm not old enough." And I'd be like, "Well, you know the rules," and she'd be like, "Well, them rules got to change." And I'd be like, "All right, well, come on. But you got to stand right here by me the whole time."
Let me ask you this, Q, or I'm gonna ask Scooter and Aaron because they got older daughters. Because at what point can you get your mind around your daughter, right, and how you was being conscious of how you was as a man with the women that you've been with, and not feel guilty or not be overprotective about your daughter?
Man, my daughter wouldn't date no like me.
But the thing about it, and I guess that's because ultimately I felt, there was a point where I had both of the boys and McKenna just by ourselves in Champaign. And I was spoiling McKenna a lot by, showing her things how I felt that she should be treated by a man. But I also was showing my boys how to treat a woman, is what I felt. As she's 16, I'm getting into my bad boy mentality, like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in the door in front of them. You talking about what's your name? What's your plan? You look like you're 25.
So Von. So let me say this though. So Von's 5.5 years older than Asia, right? But Von's been a real big brother. Like Von hears something about somebody saying something about his sister. Von going to jump that gate. Hey, Asia and her mama used to call me and be like, will you tell Von to stay out of our business?
But hey, you know what I learned?
Hey, and I'll be like this. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna tell him, hey, don't be doing that. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. And I hit him up and I say, yeah, keep your foot on their neck.
But not getting you in trouble, but we know how college life was for all of us. Any fear, because I know Q is trying to get to this story, because I can see his eyes light up about the notches on the belt and all that stuff. But we ain't gonna touch that Q yet. But I want Scooter to be able to talk about raising a young woman, because I teach from my experience.
Right.
So I've never been a 16-year-old girl, but I've been a damn dude that been chasing around a 16-year-old girl.
One of the things that I want to retouch what Howard said earlier about we don't have a manual for this. This is like an off-script sort of thing in life, and we learn from each other. Real quick, about 5 years ago, I took things from different guys, just like a format like this. I seen some parenting things Howard did. I seen some parenting things Rodney did, Cedric, Jason, some more guys. And I bought them a shirt that says, I am dad 365 days. And we all wore it on Father's Day, and we took a picture with it, because what I did is I learned something from all those guys, bits and pieces. I seen the way Howard communicated with Houston and Howard, and I was learning through them. If you live and you learning, and so that molded me to be the father that I am. But dealing with your question about my daughter, I always went the approach is I want to impress her as a young kid, so no older guy can't impress her with small things. For example, when she was like 12, I took her to the Four Seasons in Atlanta for lunch, always doing 4-star hotels, stuff like that, because I'm not trying to show off, but I don't want her to be impressed by insignificant guys that come along and give her a cheeseburger or something. You know what I'm saying? Small things. So my daughter is pretty bougie. You know what I mean? She got high standards, and which is good though, because I set the table for that, because I treat her a certain way, and it's just catapulted to how she is right now. One thing I'm gonna say real quick that I just a player that plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. He played corner for them. Him and my daughter met on Instagram, and they had a date. And they went out, blah blah blah. So that second date, he was an hour late. He called her and said, "I'm gonna be an hour late." She said, "No. You can't come. I'm not waiting for you an hour. I don't care who you are." I said, wait a minute, Whitney, think about it. He'll start corner. Think about it, Whitney. It might be something in there for me. She said, no, I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm not waiting for nobody. So, hey, I got a pharmacist. She's going to make her own money, Mike. She's going to make her own money, do her own thing. So, me spoiling her early just propelled her to be the type of young lady she is. She's very focused, and I love it.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Aaron, you got anything, man, to close out this Father's Day segment before we get into these questions that were presented by some of the women?
Am I the only one frozen?
Yeah. You done played with something, so
yeah, he maxed out his internet.
Only thing moving is that tear running down your eye.
This is what it sounds like.
Yeah. Daddy, can you be my daddy? Daddy, I need a daddy.
All right, we got Aaron back. Let's...
I think a woman who's had 5 different partners is more experienced than a man who's had over 100 women. See, so back to Aaron, back to my theory. A woman can do it 5 different partners. She knew how to do it 5 different ways. You only know how to do it one way, your way. So if you doing it some way, she said, oh, he like it how you like to do it. She can change. Oh, he do it like Mike. He can change. Oh, he like it like Howard. Oh, he can change. So a woman with 5 different guys is way more experienced than us because we did it our way 1,000 times.
Man, you tripping.
So
Exactly.
right, yeah. I don't know.
You tripping.
I'm gonna have to go make me another drink.
I'm like the World Wrestling Federation over here.
You don't understand what I just said?
I got about 100 different characters.
Right, I'm like, it depends on the movie I'm playing. It's like, what we doing tonight? What we doing, the Joker or we doing Batman?